Anything you want to talk about? Because I just think that there's all these different angles about middle age, and you're all in your 40s now, so I think there must be some.
Really?
That's great.
I'm not in my 40s.
You know your 40s? Young Chris Rock. Christopher Julius Rock III.
He's in his 50s.
Yes, you
7th
were
February
right.
1965.
Yeah.
Make you in your
I think
40s,
you
man.
were in your 40s.
I was born. Fuck it all.
Cool. So guys, this is the last one.
All right, good luck, gentlemen.
Here we go.
Best of luck.
I
Let's
was
make it
born in a
special.
segregated
Make it
hospital.
special. That's the way, Paul.
South Carolina.
Wow.
I know the beautiful Bob Hope says that for Bob Hope, middle age is when your age starts to show around your middle. And I don't know for you, especially Adam co-writing it with Fred Wolf, whether there was a sense of, I want to kind of go there now, I want to have a bit of fun with where I'm at in my life. And
That's
for all of
right.
you being 40-something. Was it easy to tap into that? Was it easy to kind of riff on the fact that getting a little bit older?
I think you got to acknowledge, I think this was for our future as comedians, you acknowledge the problems so the people who are watching the movie the rest of our lives, other movies we do in the future, they don't say, hey, he's getting fat. If we say in this movie, hey, we're fat, then they can't say it again after. Does that make any
You beat him
sense?
to the punch.
Exactly.
It is sort of a movie that's somewhere between Couples Retreat and Cocoon. Somewhere in the middle
That's
there,
right.
you guys
Right.
have met.
That was the
But
goal.
that notion of
Funnier than both.
hey, but the fact that Hollywood, it's sort of Hollywood or hillbillies versus Hollywood, that sort of argument that's in there that it's better to go Pilgrim than to go PlayStation. I don't know if you guys
Yes.
kind of learnt a lot from that, but you guys all swam here, right? And you got a boat
Yes.
or something.
Yeah,
There's no way you would have
canoe.
flown here because, you know,
Not yet.
you've
You
done
can't
this
waste
movie now,
oil.
you know, you got to tap
That's
wanna
too
do that.
spoiled. It was the paddle boats where you go like
Right.
that.
But is that
you what?
notion of because you're all very successful now and you would have, you know, a good life. I don't know whether there's times when you do have to register that you know, my kids, my life is pretty, you know, kind of cocooned in a way to the recession, to all the crap that
That's
people go
true.
through.
Yeah.
Does that sort of ever tap into your life a little bit, or?
Well, David's really doing a good job at making sure that his kid is not spoiled by not sending any child support, right?
Yeah, you've been good with that.
My kid's 2 and says, what recession? Every week. Anyway, no, Adam's kids don't understand the recession because they have a solid gold house. But, and then he's like, we're going to pull through this. And they're like, pull through what? Everything's fine. So, but that, yeah, so that's tricky.
I suppose too, I get the impression that you brought your own insults to the movie. I think when Rob Schneider is regarded as an Oompa Loompa kind of Elvis, that
Yeah,
may
yeah,
just
right.
come off the cuff, or if you're a third Olsen twin, David, I'm guessing somebody just sort of hit you with that on camera.
Yeah, dum-dum here.
Well, so was that part of the gig, or when you think in advance, of what can I?
No,
Oh,
we
did I?
would help
What?
each other out and say, hey, say this. When it came to
Yeah.
insulting Rob, though, all these guys came
We
to say
ganged
this.
up
Yeah, funny.
No, it's the worst when you
He
tell
came up
another
with
guy.
eagle hands on his own. Though.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was on the fly. He
That's
called
a
them eagle
beautiful
hands.
one. That's one thing.
He pounded me. He pounded me. I had the one
It just
comeback.
stuck. I just can't believe it stuck.
Chris's kids saw the movie and saw that Kevin called them eagle hands and started crying.
Started looking at their own hands.
That's a result. That's a result, Kev. Well done. I suppose if there is a motto in the film, it's that line, you know, when the final buzzer of life goes off, you'll have no regrets.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you guys are in any way, shape or form people who might sort of sit around and think, oh, I should have done this, or I wish I hadn't done that, because as I said, you're successful, but you've got souls, right? So I'm guessing you...
I got no I should have, but I got a lot of I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I shouldn't have liked butter so much.
But is it a kind of life that you know, these kind of movies, as fun as they are and they're very broad and all that, they do try to suggest to people that you should think about where you're going and what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Does that enter into your lives still? Is that something that, you know, you've got a career, you've got a life that's pretty, you know, special in many ways?
Yeah,
more and more.
Very lucky, you're very blessed, and you want to, you know, you definitely want to make sure your kids and your family appreciates everything you have.
My very last thing is Lenny Feder. He's the most powerful agent in Hollywood, and at the beginning of the movie, he threatens to pull Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts from movies. And to me now, the star system seems to have collapsed in Hollywood. Whether it's through the
not
internet, not right there, of course. There's Adam Sandler, Will Smith. There's a handful, but this idea that you know, there isn't that kind of. And Kevin
Paul
James,
Blart, man,
and
come
Chris
on,
Rock
man.
and
No,
things like
no.
that. But that notion that there isn't the sort of certainty about star kind of pulling
Blot's
people
3
in
for
now.
3,
When you look
right?
at, I guess the internet's done it a little bit, that the cult of celebrity is kind of devalued by reality shows. Maybe cracked actors like Mel Gibson and Tom Cruise don't help your cause. But there does seem to be a different climate out there now.
Hey, don't, you know,
throw
don't
that in there?
disrespect Tom Cruise.
Scientology will come after me, I realize
Can't-
that. But they
you
can't see me.
Lump 'em
They
in there.
can't see me.
Tom Cruise never said pack a nigga.
That's a whole other league.
But does it feel that
Tom
way?
Cruise
Does it
has a
feel like a
black
different day
son.
out there? Or is it maybe it's all the media's sort of imagination? But it does seem like a different kind of climate out in Hollywood now
I
from
don't
10
know.
years ago. Or
I don't know. I know that comic books are big. There's no doubt about that. They seem to make a lot of money when they make movies with them. But I think
That's right. I'm doing the Archies next.
Going the other way.
This is putting Jughead.
Finally, Lars von Trier got the money. I knew he'd do it.
Yeah. No. We're good. Every movie, every month, it all changes what's happening. I mean, one month, whatever movie's big, the media says that's the kind of movies that is happening
That's
now.
right.
But one thing for sure, family movies tend to make a lot of cash.
Rock and roll. I think I've been doing a
Thank you.
favor. Very nice to talk to you, man.
Nice to see you.
Thank
We're
you.
trying to go different places. Sorry about that.
Archie